Mm. Hi, so babe. Whenever you're gonna watch this, I welcome you. And I wanted to talk more about shadow alchemy and how it came to be. And as I have shared here, I okay, hold on. I just realized I'm wearing one earring. I have a new hobby now. I make earrings. I made this from scratch. Look at that. Check that out. One of a kind, baby. Um, Shadow alchemy level one is all about connecting to your mind and being honest with what's going on in your psyche. So this came about because I was doing my inner work naturally because I was super depressed. I was disconnected from myself, and there's a lot of things that were going on within my psyche. I had my Dark Night of the Soul 2017, had a Kundalini awakening. I don't know what that was, by the way, but the internet told me, because I was like, man, I'm going mad. And yeah, there was just so many voices in my head all of a sudden, and if I was to tell this to a therapist, they'll be like, well, pop pop them pills, okay? Let's do this. Let's put you on medication. I didn't want any of that. And I went vegan for a little bit, and I did the holistic thing, fasting, um, breath work, going out in nature, meditating a lot. And that helped me. And I was expressing, I was journaling a lot, and I just getting it, everything out. And that's when I realized that we make things taboo in our mind, and the things we make taboo in our mind and we tuck away, that's what bullies us in our mind. And the more I started connecting with this, maybe this dark side of me, or like being so tuned in with my energy, so tuned in with what's going on in my head, I was able to free myself from suffering, from mental suffering, because most of my energy was stuck here because trauma, who doesn't have, we all do. But I found myself consistently escaping in my mind and disconnecting from my body, so of course, naturally, that's where the ego is, right? Um, And I was in this constant cycle of seeking things outside of myself, chasing things in order to feel fulfilled, in order to feel like um, I'm successful, having shallow friendships, shallow connections with no depth. So literally my soul was dying because it wasn't being fed with the truth. I was in my ego. I was giving away my power consistently. But I wasn't aware I was giving away my power. I was just being me, unempowered me. But um, that's how this shadow alchemy journey began. And as I started connecting, because my whole world was awful, like literally I just woke up one day and I'm like, I'm doing a major that I don't even care for. you know, um, I created my own major, but the major was just so, it felt like I was trying to prove something. It was interesting in the beginning, but after a while, I was just like, what am I doing? I don't even see myself doing 9 to 5. I don't even see myself working for anybody. But it was, I was fear led and I was living a lie. So it was like one lie after the other. I was watching my masks fall in real time, because when you're pulling off an act, when you're being fake, right? When you're when you're faking it, right? So I was now becoming aware of my own BS because I was attracting all these fake people around me. Like attracts like, right? So I was the common denominator, and it was a hard pill to swallow. Yeah. So, of course, with like inner work and like connecting with yourself, there's so many layers, especially when you think like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna journal for like a week and I'll be healed. No, honey, it's a lifestyle. Connecting to yourself, it's you can't exist without connecting with yourself, otherwise you don't love yourself, right? And a lot of us have been taught not to connect with ourselves, to not prioritize connecting with ourselves, because we are slaves to system. Oof, Zuckerberg, don't put me on timeout. I'm just sharing the truth. Right? We are taught that our energy is not ours, it's for other people. And I low-key knew that no, I have autonomy over everything, but of course the mind is, programmed with fear and oh great, this just broke. Anyway, we're our mind is fed with fear. So of course when we want to go, our soul is telling us to go this way, our mind is like, excuse me, what? And then it brings all these mental images of why it's not going to work, all these assumptions and all these reasons why you can't go that way. And then you stay stuck and then you're miserable, right? And I constantly found myself in this cycle of chasing, and of course when I was chasing, you keep spiraling down because you're disconnected from your truth, you're disconnected from your soul. And I wasn't spending time with myself. I wasn't prioritizing connecting with spirit, with self. And that's how shadow alchemy came about. Because the more I connected with myself, the more I was intentional with getting everything out of my psyche, getting everything out of my internal world, and I just put it to paper and expressed it, right? The more I gained clarity, I was like, oh, this is not me. Oh, this is me, right? And also it was an opportunity for me to accept who I'd been so I could evolve to better, because I felt stuck. I knew that I'd outgrown this version of me. But I didn't want it to come from a place of rejection because it felt wrong. It felt like I was hating, stabbing myself in the chest. And I didn't want that for anybody. Especially for myself, like I don't want to live a life where I'm like, oh, man, I hated that version of me. I hated that version of me. No, I get to love all versions of me because I wouldn't be here if that version of me didn't exist. I need context. You always need context when you're evolving. So there's always going to be a dark side to you. And ever since I started doing my work, I love my shadow side. I love my shadow body, right? So we talk about shadow body and light body, and how to work with both energies, because we live in a society, well, right now with all these awakenings happening, with all these spiritual people, fake spiritual people, because the true spiritual people tell you that you need to honor both your positive and your negative emotions. You get to accept both your negative and positive experiences, because day and night, baby, we need both. And you need a contrast for you to, I don't know what's the word, to launch off, right? So honor everything, accept everything that's coming up. Don't make it wrong. When you make it wrong, you're resisting. When you reject, you are you're spiraling yourself down. So all this stuff that I'm sharing right now, it took time for me to realize what I was doing. Because I was reading all this stuff on the internet that said, oh, stay positive all the time. But how could I bypass what was going on? And that's why I stayed in that situation longer than I should have, because I was bypassing, right? feeling my emotions wasn't a priority for me. I was like, nah, I don't have time for that. So of course, like camping in your mind, if you're those people who camps in their mind, like literally every single thought you are there, right? Every single thought you're investing, you're buying, right? Instead of like just watching your thoughts, sometimes your mind is clear and you're just engaging with life. Okay, you're good. But I'm talking to those people who are literally camping in their mind, and you feel like, man, like I'm feeling like I'm all in to overcome this BS, whatever this is going on. And if you're suicidal, please call 911. And there's a lot of resources online. I'll add a link below here, depending on where you're watching from. But you can connect with your local authorities, somebody you can talk to, right? And remember that you're not your thoughts. Meditate, connect to your breath. Meditate, connect to your breath. The most consistent thing that you have between life and death is your breath and your awareness. That's all. Your body is gonna go, I'm sorry to go all dark on you, but hey, day and night, your body is gonna die. Okay? I mean, the aging process kind of prepares us for that. You don't know when you're gonna die. And the fact that you're miserable, it means that you haven't connected to your soul. You don't have a purpose, right? And I don't know your current situation, so I can't speak for everybody. But I'll speak from my own experience. When I am depressed, when I am down and disconnected from life, it's because I'm disconnected from myself. I'm not prioritizing myself, and I'm listening to my mind instead of listening to my heart. So go outside, go out in nature, hug a tree, flip a finger to other people. Don't care what other people think about you, because you're just wasting your energy. You're wasting your mental space you could be using to empower yourself. You could be using to create life, to fulfill your purpose on planet Earth, right? Look at the chaos going on in the world. You have a role to play, right? So yeah, Shadow Alchemy Level 1. More information is is linked above. If you need more information, I guess I'll be coming back live more often with my new jewelry. I guess I have to remake this, but we'll see. But anyway, love you so, babe. Keep working on yourself, and see you on the other side.